Hello, this is Tasty Eats by Tess, and today we're going to be making one pot Thai chicken noodle soup. I've made this probably about 6 to 8 times already, and I'm just loving it. So I sure hope that you will enjoy it too. We'll get it started here. I have 2 tablespoons of olive oil in the pot over here, and we're just going to fry up some chicken. The pan is really hot, so we can go ahead with this. I have 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts, and I've sliced them in half here. So that's how they look, sliced in half, nice and hot. And they fell apart a little bit here on me, which will not matter. We just want to really cook this through until it's halfway done. You go ahead and turn that down. At the same time, I'll just add, I have a mixture here of onion powder and garlic powder, just to your taste. You can use a little or a lot. I like quite a lot. We'll just season that a little with some salt. And some pepper. I find that sprinkling the pepper from higher above gives you an even coating. So again, we're just letting that go until it's half cooked. So now that the chicken has browned, it's a nice golden color and it's only cooked halfway through. We can go ahead with our onions and our carrots now. So just to give you an idea, I chopped up already a half of the onion here. And we'll just go ahead on a very rough chop. And it doesn't have to be all that finely chopped. I would say it's a medium dice. Then we have already 1 carrot here that's already chopped up for us here. And we'll go ahead with the second one. You just want to slice these. They don't have to be thinly sliced. I would say about a medium slice will do. Great. Get maybe at the same time, we'll just give this a go here. Get it back up to temperature. Okay, so that ought to do it. We just need to fry these just a little while in there. They don't have to be golden, they just have to be softened a little bit. They're going to cook the rest of the way in the liquid. Great. Almost there. And at the same time, we'll just give that a stir. You'll notice in the bottom of the pan, because of the chicken browning in there, it has a nice golden color. So it's just going to add to that flavor all the more. It's going to be delicious. Alright, so while that's going, we also have cauliflower that I've already chopped up. We'll just in the meantime do the rest of the vegetables. I have here a red pepper. This is how I like to cut mine. Just makes it easier for me. I keep the bottom of that. And you'll see that there's not much waste to that at all. The seeds are intact. There's a little bit at the top if you wanted to take that off. I just have an easy way of getting rid of my little pieces of garbage as we go along. And we just want to chop that up, not too finely, but fine enough. You want to be able to see those beautiful red pieces of red pepper in there. It just looks so pretty. I can't wait. This is so good. I got my daughter into making this as well. She just loves it as well. I think it's my favorite soup. It's so flavorful and pretty. It's definitely a crowd pleaser. And we'll use up that little end piece there. Why not? Okay, so now that we have that, let's give this a check here. Beautiful. And I'm just going to turn that off now because it has browned, just for now. And we'll go ahead with our mushrooms. The mushrooms I have, they're cremini, but I was missing a little, so I put 2 white button mushrooms in there as well. You won't notice the difference. And these are to be thinly sliced. Just continue with the rest of those. It looks like a lot of ingredients, but really, and it looks intimidating, but if you're prepared, you have everything handy, everything ready to go. Make sure that your ingredients are at hand when you're preparing it. It's not as hard as it looks. You'll want to try this for sure. Oops, that's a little too thick. We want them kind of thinly sliced here. There we go. Nice. Go. Beautiful. So make sure that we these thinly sliced. We're going to be using some garlic in this. It would be usually 4 cloves of garlic that we'd use. But I have 5 because these are pretty small pieces of garlic. Give them a good crunch, just like that. And we'll put it in our garbage bowl here that we have. Where that end, that dark end of the garlic is, you just want to pull that back on both ends and it slides right out of its jacket. Just like that. I think I would eat this at any time of the year, really. Most people tend to have a soup in the fall or winter, but I could eat it any time. Those little green sprouts, those are tasty. Do not get rid of those. Those are really good. So I just leave those on there. I want to smash it a little more. It just makes it easier to chop your garlic. So let's get this out of the way. Keep your fingers back slice along. You can go back and forth as you're chopping this. It just helps you all the more. Go. And you want this, I wouldn't say finely diced or chopped, but you just don't want any huge chunks in there. So we'll keep going with that just a little. Bring it together. There we go. Great. So basically what we're doing here is prepping everything ahead of time. Just to show you it's easier that way. We want 1 tablespoon of ginger. I've left a piece on there just to show you. I chop it off. It's easy that way. Just chop that off. I've taken most of everything off of here. Let's make sure you don't have any of that in there. Those skins. So we want 1 tablespoon of ginger. And we'll just put this alongside here. I use the grater for this. It's much easier than chopping the ginger. You need a good tablespoon of that. Oh, I love the smell of ginger. Just smells so fresh. If you like more ginger in there, go ahead, add extra. There we go. So that's all prepped. And we'll just get that out of the way as well. Nice. And we have a lime here. Just squeeze it slightly by pressing down and rolling it. That just helps the juices inside the lime to be more supple. It's nice and soft now, maybe a little more. Just helps to release the lime juice. I think I'm going to grate that first because we need the grate of a full lime. Just go ahead like that. And again, the lime, whoa, smells so pungent. Beautiful. And we'll finish up with that. At this point, we want to add our 2 tablespoons of garlic. And this will be our ginger, our 1 tablespoon of ginger. Just put that in there. And we want 2 tablespoons of the red curry paste, Thai brand. Maybe a little more, depending on how you like this. I've added approximately 2 tablespoons. Depending on what brand you have, you would end up with a much hotter curry paste than this. It's Blue Dragon. And sometimes you'll end up with it not being hot enough. So make sure that when you're checking it, make sure to taste for heat. And we just let this now go for 2 minutes. Now we can add our coconut milk. This is just 1 can of coconut milk. Oh, the color is amazing. At the same time, we can add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of fish sauce. Now, I hear that a lot of people don't like fish sauce, but believe me, when it comes to this recipe, you will not really taste that fish sauce. It just brings out the flavors all the more. Here we have our lime juice and our lime zest from 1 lime. So all of the zest and all of the juice. And that just goes in. We at the same time want 1 tablespoon of basil. Just a little more there. That would be about a tablespoon. And we want 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Let's loosen that up a bit. There we go. And we'll just let this go for about 2 minutes as well. We're at basically the last end of the stretch here. We have 5 cups of chicken broth. This is a 1 cup measure. And this is a 4 cup measure. And we just pour that all in there. And we're basically adding back our chicken. It's in pretty finely chopped chicken cubes, or you can shred it, whichever way that you prefer. You just add that back, including its juices. There's some beautiful juice there at the bottom. Our cauliflower. Bring that back up to temperature. Our mushrooms. If you find this too much for your family, you can cut this recipe in half. But the leftovers are amazing. So we just give that a stir here. Wow. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. And we have here rice noodles. It's called vermicelli. It's only 3 ounces, and you'll think it's not enough because I've already made that mistake. And I tried adding almost double, and it was way too much. So make sure it's 3 ounces, or if you're a little over the 3 ounce mark, that's fine too. I like to break it up because it comes in long noodles. So for these, I would say about 6-inch lengths. You can cut that into 4. And the noodles go flying. Yes, they do. Go. Last little bits in here. May as well put those in. Give it a stir. And basically all you're waiting for at this point now is for everything to soften up in here. And that's basically all you're looking for. What I like to do is I add sriracha to this as well. That would be about a tablespoon. You could add more or less, depending on how much heat you like. Wow. It smells so good. Now that this has been cooking for approximately 20 minutes, we'll go ahead and give this a try now. Oh, if you could smell it in here, it's just delicious. The consistency is dead on. It looks gorgeous. Now, if you find that your noodles are too long, you can take 2 knives and just do a crisscross like this through your pot, and it'll break up your noodles to the consistency that you want, or the length that you want. Go, a little more. This will be my lunch today. So we'll just put that there. We'd like to also chop up a little bit of cilantro in there as well. For those that like cilantro, you can certainly do without it. And you kind of want it to be relatively thin, unless you like large chunks of cilantro. And of course, go ahead. Perfect. Just a little more for my liking. Chop it through. And there we have it. Let's go ahead. Sprinkle that nicely over the top. Gorgeous. Let's give it a try. Make sure I get some cilantro in this bite as well. Piece of chicken. It's going to be hot. Wow. So the 2 tablespoons of the Thai red curry paste is right on for my taste because I don't like things that hot. And yeah, depending on how you like it. Let's try again. Wow. That is just gorgeous. We really have to give this a try. For those of you who have been watching and noticing that I do videos on soup, try this one for sure. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And that's how it's made. Have a great day. Just a bit of a close-up here to give you an idea of how that looks when it's finished.